जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, जिस दिन वेद के मंत्रों से धरती को सजाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन काले बाजारों में धन के चोर नहीं होंगे,
धन के चोर नहीं होंगे, धन के चोर नहीं होंगे।
मदिरा के सौदाई जिस दिन चारों ओर नहीं होंगे,
चारों ओर नहीं होंगे, चारों ओर नहीं होंगे।
अंडे मांस के खाने वाले रिश्वत खोर नहीं होंगे, जिस दिन सच कहने वालों के दिल कमजोर नहीं होंगे। भूखे बच्चों को जिस दिन भूखा न सुलाया जाएगा, ओ भूखे बच्चों को जिस दिन भूखा न सुलाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
जिस दिन वीर शहीदों की कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी,
कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी, कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी।
देश के हित में सब कुछ देने वालों की पूजा होगी,
की पूजा होगी, की पूजा होगी।
उधम भगत सुभाष की जब कुर्बानी की पूजा होगी, वीर शिरोमणि लक्ष्मीबाई रानी की पूजा होगी। जब ऋषि के सपनों को साकार बनाया जाएगा, जब ऋषि के सपनों को साकार बनाया जाएगा, उस दिन ऋषि के गीतों का त्योहार मनाया जाएगा।
जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय, जय जय ऋषि की जय, बोलो जय जय ऋषि की जय।
Once again, we welcome you to another Sunday morning satsang hosted by the Center, our Pandits, and our technical staff and other team members. We will commence this morning's Sandhya. If you have your Vedic Aradhana, we're looking at we're starting at page 1, 2. First, we chant Gayatri Mantra one time, and then we go into a Sandhya. Bhurvavasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo devasya dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. We keep walking our way down. Om Shanno Devi Ravishtaya Aho Bhavantu Pitaye Shamayorati Savantu Om Shanno Devi Ravishtaya Aho Bhavantu Pitaye Shamayorati Savantu Om Shanno Devi Ravishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shamyorati Savantu Devi Swarupa Ishvara Purana Vishnu Kiche Yavaniramo Subhame Malyan Dan Dije Vitharin Seti Varse Vidyavo Salamaya Ahati Rahe Hridayame Sadharma Prema Dhara Sadharma Prema Dhara All pervading Mother, sweet and divine, be pleased to bless the cravings of my soul, to reach thy bosom with this word of mine. Be filled with peace and bliss from pole to pole. Come, let's worship the mantra. Om Bhava Om Prana Prana Om Chakshu Chakshu Om Shobram Shobram Om Navi Om Hridayam Om Kantha Om Shiraha Om Bahuvyam Yashobalam Om Karkalaparmishte. Again, touching over various bodilings, Marjana Mantra. Om Bhupunatu Shirasi Om Bhupunatu Nigrayo Om Sahapunatu Kante Om Mahapunatu Hridaye Om Janapunatu Navya Om Prapapunatu Padayo Om Satyam Punatu Punah Shirasi Om Tam Brahma Punatu Sarvatra Om. Pranayama mantra. We take a deep breath in. Under the outgoing mantra, outgoing breath, we chant Om Om Bhuvaha Om Swaha Om Maha Om Jalaha Om Tapa Om Satyam. Om Bhuvaha Om Swaha Om Maha Om Jalaha Om Tapa Om Satyam. Om Bhuvaha Om Swaha Om Maha Om Jalaha Om Tapa Om Satyam. Om Rikancha Sanyancha Bhina Tapasodya Jayata Tato Ratraya Jayata Tata Samudro Varnavaha. Om Samudradharnavadari Samvatsaro Achayata Ahoratrani Vijadhat Vishwasya Vishato Vashi. Om Surya Chandrama Saudhara Yatha Purvam Akalpayat Divam Cha Pridhivim Chantariksham Mato Swaha. Om Shadro Devi Ravishkaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shamyo Ravisravantu Naha. Manasa Parikrama. Om Prachide Agni Adhipati Rasito Rakshita Nitya Ishava Devyo Namo Nipatibhyo Namo Rakshitibhyo Nama Ishibhyo Devyo Vastu Yo Asman Vishtiyam Gayam Vishmastam Kojam Vedadama. Om Dakshina Digindro Dipatistiranshiraji Rakshita Pitara Ishava Devyo Namo Dipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishvibhyo Nama Devyo Vastu Yo Asman Vishtiyam Vayam Vishmastam Kojam Vedadmaha. Om Pratichi Digvarno Dipati Pridaku Rakshita Namaishava Devyo Namo Dipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishvibhyo Nama Devyo Vastu Yo Asman Vishtiyam Vayam Vishmastam Kojam Vedadmaha. Om
Jiri Somapati Smajorakshithanishaya Divyo Namo Dipatibhyo Namo
देवहितं पुरस्ताच्चक्रमुच्चरम् पश्येमा शरदाशतम् जीवेमा शरदाशतम् श्रेयामा शरदाशतम् प्रभवामा शरदाशतम् अनिलस्यामा शरदाशतम् भूयश्च शरदाशतम् ॐ शर्मो देवी अभिषया आपो भवन्तु पीतये शम्यो यभिश्रवन्तु नः अथ ब्रह्म गायत्री सावित्री गुरु मंत्रा. Again we chant Gayatri mantra and asking God, Yo Yo Naha Prachodaya, to inspire our intellect that we will continue to make the right choices in life. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. O soul of light, the Holy King of Kings, O God of all the regions high and low, O Lord of joy, whose glory nature sings, who shakes the heart and lets the mortals grow, we seek thy blessed feet to meditate upon thy glorious form of holy life, which tenderly sits within and makes the souls of righteous people right. My heart, O Father, meekly prays to thee, to bring thy grace to make me good and wise, and bless my mind with knowledge full and free, from the dark ambitious thoughts of sins and lies. Yes, from dark ambitious thoughts of sins and lies. हे ईश्वर दयानिधे भवत्कृपयानेन जपोपासनादि कर्मणा धर्मार्थकाममोक्षाणां सद्यसिद्धिर्भवेम तथा ईश्वरं नमस्कुर्याम्. ॐ नमः शम्भवाय च मयो भवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च. हे मङ्गलेश शङ्कर मंगल करो हमारा, पावन प्रकाश पाए परमात्म पुण्य द्वारा. परिजान के बिराजो अवदर काज नारी, तेरी शरण में आया मैं भाग्या भवानी, है भाग्या भवानी, है भाग्या भवानी. And now we bow to thee, O God of calm, O God of peace and Lord of bliss divine, thy grace supplies the burning hearts of our, thy blessings in our right desire shine. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. इति संयोपासना विद्धि समाप्तः. thank you for joining us in India. We apologize for that technical difficulty we have during this Sunday. We will now join in our devotional bhajan before we commence our Havana Yajna. And if you have your Atma Gate, we're looking at page 140. Join your sweet voices.
ये जो मगर मुझसे कोई कृष्ण ध्यान लगा जब जाने की गंधारे नहया तू मन में सरागना ज्ञान में ईश्वर के जो मगर मुझसे कोई कृष्ण ध्यान लगा परमात्मा को जब आत्मा ने प्रिय देख जाने की आंखों से परमात्मा को जब आत्मा ने प्रिय देख जाने की आंखों से आकाश हुआ मन में उसके कोई उससे भेद छिपा न रहा वो ज्ञान में ईश्वर के जो मगन उसको कृष्ण बता न रहा बलवान हुए यहाँ बड़े बड़े महाराज हुए कृपान हुए परमार्थ की पंचस्ती दुनिया में आके बचान रहा वो ज्ञान में ईश्वर के जो मगन उसको क्लेश बता रहा चार की गंगा में नहया मन में मैल सराग रहा ज्ञान में ईश्वर के जो मगन उसको क्लेश लगा रहा उसको क्लेश लगा रहा उसको क्लेश लगा रहा
At this time, we will commence our holiday yajna. As we are aware, some of us in our respective homes have set up a Havan Puja. We do follow along in this process of the holiday yajna. And so at this point, we will perform Achmana, or families, all of us will take walk in our right palm. And once more, as we sip this sacramental water, we ask God that may we as a family, as an extended Mandir family, and all of us looking on from various places, may we all be protected from above, from below, and from all directions. Om Amrito Pastanamasi Swaha Om Amrita Vihanamasi Swaha Om Satyam Yasham Shrimai Shrishayatam Swaha. May wealth consisting of truth, fame, and riches take refuge in us all. Now taking water in our left palms and touching our various body limbs and asking God, may all our body limbs remain strong and enable us to fulfill our divine family functions as well as our individual functions. Om Bhagavastu Om Nasurve Prano Vastu Om Akshurve Chakshurastu ॐ कर्णयोर्मे ॐ बाहुर्मे बलमस्तु ॐ भूर्भुर्मा ऊर्जोऽस्तु ॐ अरिष्टानि एतानि षट्सर्वाणि स्वाहा सन्तु अतीश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थना उपासना ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितर्युरितानि परासुवा यद्भद्रं कन्यासुवा ॐ हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतस्य जातः पतिरेकासि सदा भारमृत्युविद्यामदेवा तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा ॐ आत्मना बलदायस्य विश्वा उपासते प्रशिशम्यस्य देवा यस्य छायामृतं यस्य वेद्यो तस्मै देवाय विद्यामदेवा ॐ यः प्राणतो निविशतो महेत्वैका निद्राजा जगतो य ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदा तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा ॐ येन द्यौरुपा पृथिवी चादिता येन स्वः स्तभितं येन यो अन्तरिक्षे रजसो विमानः तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमा ॐ प्रजापते न त्वरेतानयो विश्वाजातानि परितापपूर्व यत्त्वामस्ते जुमस्तनो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयो ॐ स नो बन्धुर्जनिता साविनाथा नामानि वेदभुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानाः तृतीयामन्वयन्त्या ॐ अन्ते दया सुपदाराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देवमरुणानि यो योऽस्म्यस्मज्जोराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते विधेमा हे सकल जगत के उत्पत्ति कर्ता समग्र युग शुद्ध स्वरूप सर्व सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कीजिए जो कल्याणकारक गुण कर्म स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ है वे सब हमको प्राप्त कराइए। O Prajapati, O Master of this entire creation, no one except you can control the creatures of this visible and of other invisible worlds. May those desires for which we come to your shelter be fulfilled. May we be masters of earthly and heavenly riches. O Agni, lead us on to the right path to the wealth of liberation. For you know all pathways leading in that direction. Remove from us any tendencies that may lead us astray. Again and again, we offer you words of salutation and praises. Iti Stuti Prarthana Upasana Paranam अथ स्वस्ति वाचनम्. As we chant this Swasti mantra, Swasti Su Asti, Swasti meaning goodness and benevolence, and asking God that may all of us, may we be continuously blessed with a good and benevolent life. Om Agnimire Purohitam Yajasya Deva Mridvijam Otaram Ratnavatamam Om Sanavite Vasunave Agni Suvayano Bhava Sachasvanah Swastaye Om Swasti No Mimitam Ashvina Vara Swasti Devyajitirvarnah Swasti Pusha Asuro Varatana Swasti Dyava Prithvi Suchetuna Om Swastaye Vayu Pranabhavahai Somam Swasti Bhuvanasya Spati Brihaspatiം Sarvanam Swastaye Swastayagityaso Bhavantu Nः Om Vishve Devano Hadya Swastaye Vaishvanaro Vasunabhiः Swastaye Deva Bhavanta Pribhavah Swastaye Swasti No Rudraha Bhargam Om Swasti Mitra Varuna Swasti Pate Devati Swasti Na Indra Shaknishya Swasti No Adite Krihi Om Swasti Patta Manuchareva Surya Chandramasa Punartata Nata Janyata Sambrame Ahi Iti Sanshepata Swasti Vacanam Atha Shanti Karanam Om Shanayirani Bhavatamavovi Shanayitra Varuna Radhavya Shamindra Soma Suvitaya Shantyo Shanamitra Bhushana Vajasano Om Shano Bhagah Shamunah Shansostu Shanah Purni Shamu Santuraya Shanah Satyasya Suryamasya Shansa Shano Ayama Purjatu Astu Om Shano Bhata Shamudhatano Astu Shanamurji Bhavatu Swaravi Shamrodasi Brihati Shanno Bhadri Shanno Devanam Suhavani Sandhu Om Shanno Agni Jyotirani Govastu Shanno Mitra Varuna Vishnasham Shanah Sukritam Sukritani Sandhu Shanai Shiro Abhivatu Vardhava Om Shanno Gyama Prithvi Purnavahudrau Shamantariksham Drishayenu Astu Shana Oshanir Varino Bhavantu Shano Rajasaspatirastu Jishnu Om Shana Indro Vasubhidevo Astu Shavadine Virvarunah Sushamsa Shano Rudro Rudre Virjarasha Shanasmastadna Viriha Shrinotu Om Shana Somo Bhavatu Brahma Shanna Shano Bhavarna Shamsantu Yachya Shana Smaruna Vidyayo Bhavantu Shana Prasva Shamastu Atha Shiva Sankalpa Mantra. Again, all of us chanting, joining our sweet voices, as we will say Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. manahamining our minds, and asking God, Prajapati Bhavan, may that our minds ever be filled with beautiful and benevolent thoughts. May that our minds be ever filled with noble and auspicious thoughts. When such thoughts are present within the minds of each and every one of us, can we enjoy that peace and harmony that we cherish together as a family, as our Manya family, and our community at large. Yajagrato Duramudayati Devam Daru Suprasya Tadaivayi Durangamam Jyotisham Jyotireham Tanme Manah Shiva Sankam Om Yena Karmaya Vaso Manishino Yache Vidvanti Vinadeshu Yada Purvam Yakshamantaha Rajana Aname Manah Shiva Shankamasu Om Yan Prajanam Yachetu Kadishya Yan Jyotirantaramritam Prajasu Yasmanarite Kinchana Karma Kriyate Tanme Manah Shiva Shankamastu Om Yenedam Bhutam Bhuvanam Bhavishyat Parikritam Amritena Sarvam Yena Yajastayate Samahota Tanme Manah Shiva Sankamastu Om Yasmin Vichar Samaya Jyoti Yasmin Pradishtita Ratna Bhagavana Yasmin Chindam Sarvamotam Prajana Tanme Manah Shiva Shankamastu Om Sushayate Shani Mayan Manushya Neti Aye Vishnu Virvaji Haiva Ritpratishtam Nirajam Nirvisham Tanme Manah Shiva Shankamastu Tanme Manah Shiva Shankamastu. And again, O God, we ask Thee, blow your peace unto the world of animals, peace indeed to the world of trees and plants, and O Prajapati Bhavan, in many parts of our country, the United States, and other parts of this world, the peace is somewhat disturbed. We ask you, O God, may your peace be unto all such places. May harmony, may unity and goodness be restored unto all such places. Om Sana Pavasva Shamjanaya Shamarvate Shamrajanoshadivyaha. And that prayer for Abhayadan, asking God for that gift of fearlessness, that as we go forward, may we May we continue to experience no fear from those who are friendly to us, and even those who may be unfriendly. No fear during the day, neither during the night. No fear from what we know about life now and what we do not know about life ahead. And may we be friendly unto all directions, and may all directions be friendly unto us all. Om Abhayam Nah Karyantarisham Abhayam Yava Prithvi Ubede Abhayam Paschat Abhayam Purastat Uttarat Pradarat Abhayam Namastu Om Abhayam Mitrat Abhayam Amitrat Abhayam Shankar Abhayam Karoksha Abhayam Nattam Abhayam Nivana Sarvasha Mama Vikram Bhavantu Sarvasha Mama Vikram Bhavantu Iti Samshepatah Shanti Paranam Atam Api Pradipanam. We are now in the Agni. As we know, Agni is symbolic. Agni has many symbolism, friends. Agni is symbolic of God's wisdom. And we ask God that may His wisdom continue to be kindled within our hearts to guide us in whatever we do ahead in life. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Om Bhurabhuvah Swargyoriva Bhuta Prithvi Bhavarina Tasyaste Prithvi Eva Yajari Prishte Atimana Dhamana Yayadate. Pavanadhanam with outstretched palms, all of us joining. Om Udbudya Swami Pratijani Amishta Purve Samsrije Ramayancha Asmin Sadaste Ajudarasmin Vishve Deva Yajamanasya Sidaka Atha Samidhanam. 3 pieces of Samidha we will offer with these 3 mantras and asking God, symbolic of our 3 centers of consciousness, our head center, our thoughts, our heart center, our emotions, and our lower center, actions. Asking Prajapati Bhagwan, may these 3 centers, our thoughts, emotions, and actions, always remain good, always remain conducive towards our physical well-being, our mental well-being, and more importantly, thirdly, our karmic, our spiritual growth and well-being. Taking our first Samikha. Om Ayanta Inma Atma Jata Vedastene Yasva Vardasva Chedha Vargaya Chasmat Prajaya Pashubhira Brahma Vajase Nanadina Savedaya Swaha Idamagne Chantavedase Idamnamana Om Samidhanim Gavasya Kadridai Bodhayatatitim Asmin Bhavyadyo Susamidhaya Shochise Likam Tiram Jotana Advai Chantavedase Swaha Iramadde Chantavedase Idannamama Om Kalva Samibhirandiro Likena Vardayamasi Vehachochaya Vishkaya Swaha विरसे हिरण्यममा अथ पांचविद्वाहुतयः 5 offerings of ghee. And as we offer ghee unto Agni, Agni will rise and go upward. In the same manner, in the same way, symbolic also of us, may we continue to inculcate such habits, such qualities that will enable us to rise and go forward, and we ourselves becoming a light in society. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedastene Yasavargasvacheta Vardhaya Shasman Prajaya Pashubhira Brahma Vachase Nana Jena Samedhaya Yamagne Jata Vedase Om Ayanta Mahatma Jata Vedastene Yasavargasvacheta Vardhaya Shasman Vashubhira Brahma Vachase Nana Dena Samedhaya Iramadne Jata Vedase Hiranamama Om Ayanta Mahatma Jata Vedastene Yasavargasvacheta Vardhaya Shasman Prajaya Pashubhira Brahma Vachase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Iramadne Jata Vedase Hiranyamama Om Ayanta Mahatma Jata Vedastene Yasavargasvacheta Vardhaya Shasman Prajaya Pashubhira Brahma Vachase Nana Dena Samedhaya Swaha Iramadne Jata Vedase Hiranyamama. 5th and final time. Om Ayanta Mahatma Jata Vedastene Yasavargasvacheta Vardhaya Shasman Prajaya Pashubhira Brahma Vachase Nana Dena Samedhaya Iramadne Jata Vedase Hiranyamama Atha Jal Praseshanam. We sprinkle water first in the eastern direction. Om Aditya Swaha. Yes. Om Hanmate Swaha. Om Saraswate Swaha. Om Deva Savita Prasvaya Japa Kimbagaya Nityo Gandharva Yetapu Yetana Punatu Vachaspatir Vachana Swadatu Atha Aghara Vachya Bhaga Udayaha. We continue the offerings. First in the northern direction, then in the south, and the rest in the center. Om Agni Swaha Iramadne Idannamama Om Somaya Swaha Iram Somaya Idannamama Om Prajapate Swaha Idam Prajapate Om Indraya Swaha Idam Indraya Idannamama Atha Grita Samadri Ahudaya. One family member will take Samadri, one continue the ghee as we offer these mantras. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyotihi Suryaha Swaha. Om Suryo Varjo Jyotirvarja Swaha. Om Jyoti Surya Suryo Jyoti Swaha. Om Sajradevena Savitra Sajurate Savatya Suryo Vedu Swaha. Om Amnir Jyotir Jyotiragni Swaha. Om Amnir Varjo Jyotirvarja Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Sajradevena Savitra Sajuratre Yavatya Yashano Agnirvedu Swaha. Om Puranaye Pranaya Swaha. Yamagnaye Pranaya Vidannamama. Om Bhuvarvaya Anaya Swaha. Irambaya Anaya Vidannamama. Om Swaradityaya Jnanaya Swaha. Yamadityaya Jnanaya Vidannamama. Om Bhurabhuvah Swarani
Mayavaditya Pranapal Jnanitya Swaha. Mayavaditya
Pranapam Jnanevya Idannamama. Om Apo Jyotirso Amritam Brahma Bhurabhuvah Swaram
Swaha.
Om Yame Devagana Vidarasopasane Dayama Madhya Medayami Medavidam Guru Swaha. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duridani Parasuma Yadvadram Tatna Suma Swaha. Om Agni Naya Supataraye Yasman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Viman Yogyasma Jorayavino Voishtate Namau Kim Videma Swaha. As we know, week after week we chant at this point in the yajna, we chant special mantras for different occasions, and very often in our weekly satsang we have the dualities of life where source is moving on, death occurs, and on the other end there are others who are celebrating their birthday. And so today, as many of us are aware, during the past week, last Thursday morning, while coming back from Indiana, Pandit Amarjit with his Dharmapatni Srimati Viraj. Srimati Viraj, as many of us we can see on our screen her picture. They had a car accident, and she's no longer with us. Her soul has moved on. And so today we chant special mantras for her. And also, we will also later on, as Pandit Amarjit ji has recovered somewhat, but his two children are still in the hospital. We will chant special mantras for their well-being. But we first focus on Bandiraj, and also yesterday one of my uncles, Mr. Narayan Sharan Bulan, he passed away. I had 5 uncles, and this was the last of them. Unfortunately, his soul moved on. His daughter Indira watches every week from Guyana. He's survived by his 2 daughters, Tasha and Indira, and their son Balkaran. Many grandchildren and also great-grandchildren. And so we think of these 2 souls and those of us watching on, and if any of your family members who we're not aware of, they have passed on, their souls have moved on. We also think of those people, those family members, as we make these offerings, as we chant these special mantras for their souls, as their souls travel on. For it says here, friends, that souls born in some bodies, the stream of contemplative devotion flows by peacefully, while souls in other bodies worship the path of selfless action. O departed soul of Srimati Dheeraj and Shriman Narayan, in your new life, be born again in such a life form for which the stream of sweet harmony unceasingly flows. Om Soma Ekevyaha Pavate Gritamekhamupasate Yevyo Madhu Pradhamati Kamshideva Piganjata Swaha. O Yama, for you who are the universal regulator, let the departed soul of Srimati Dheeraj, let the departed soul of Shriman Uncle Narayan be reborn among those austere rishis who become seers through their spiritual practices, who are foremost followers of truth, and who, being born in truth, prosper by truth. Om Yechit Urmarita Sana Rita Jata Rita Vritaha Rishins Tapasvato Yama Tapoja Apikanchata Swaha. Let these souls be reborn among those heroes who are prepared to accept death while fighting courageously in the battle of life, or among those willing to sustain the cause of truth by giving profusely of their wealth. Om Ye Yudhyante Pradhaneshu Shuraso Ye Tanudyajaha Yeva Sahasra Dakshinas Tamschideva Vikanchata Swaha. At this point, as I just mentioned, that in the dualities of life, we also think of those wonderful souls who are celebrating their birthday. Week after week, we have many souls, many wonderful people watching from various places. Argentina, Florida, Guyana, London, England, and so many other places, friends. Two of our, the Arya Samaj of Florida, in which Pandit Ravi and Bharat is associated with, two of their members, Ban Nadira Mangal, she's celebrating her birthday today. She's a devoted member of that mandir, a very hard-working member of that mandir. And also by Anand Rampat, he is the president of the Arya Samaj of Florida. On June 10th, he also celebrated his birthday. His Dharmapatni, Srimati Devi, and their two daughters, Nisha and Priyanka. They do a lot of good work, especially their children, in fostering youth activities. He's a very dedicated leader in that Samaj. I was there in Florida this year, February, of this year, and I visited that mandir, and I see the hard work they're doing. Very vibrant Samaj in Fort Lauderdale area, I believe, but they're doing a lot of good work there. And so today, by Anand, as you have celebrated your birthday on June 10th, and by Nadira Mangal, your birthday today, and any other family members, those of us who are watching on, as you think of your family members celebrating their Janam Divas, as the mantra says, we ask God, special birthday mantras for all these members by Nadira, by Anand, as the mantra says, that may you continue to enjoy a healthy life, May you live a long life, and may you attain, all of you, attain a full span of life, equipped with not only physical strength, but more importantly, mental strength, mental well-being, and also spiritual, dharmic well-being. Om Indra Jiva Surya Jiva Deva Jiva Jivayasam Sarvamayur Jivayasam Swaha. May all our birthday celebrants continue to be healthy and resplendent. May all their sense organs remain healthy and beautiful. May their ears ever remain hearing good words. May they continue saying good words to their fellow human beings. Om Suchakshasa Aham Akshibhyam Bhuyasam Suvarcha Mukkena Sushrutaha Karnabhyam Bhuyasam Swaha. And may all our birthday celebrants Bhadram Karnebihi Shrinu Deva. May they shrinu, may they continue to listen to that which is noble. May they continue to see that which is auspicious, singing God's praises with strong limbs and healthy bodies. May all our birthday celebrants, especially Vandadira and Bayanit, may they continue to enjoy a long lifespan, determined by their wonderful, good, noble deeds. Om Bhadram Karnebihi Shrinuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhir Yajatra Sthirairangai Sushtavam Sastanobhir Yashevahi Devahitam Yadayu Swaha. And we chant at this point, friends, as we always do, prayers for good health. We think of those family members, those mandir members, our extended family and friends who are not in the best of health, that our extended family members who are not in the best of health. Today we think of our own Dr. Amarjit, Pandit Amarjit Shastri of the Hillside Mandir. We think of his two children, Arpan and Abha. We think of, as I said before, other members who are not experiencing good health. That may, as the mantra says, Trayambakam Yajamahe. Today we are performing Yajna. We're connecting with that Supreme Master, Prajapati Bhagwan, and asking God, as it says, that whatever are their illnesses at this time, whatever are their discomfort at this time, may it all be taken away, and may renewed health, may good health be unto all these individuals, and so that their life will come back to a sense of normalcy very soon. Most of us know this mantra, and we'll all join our sweet voices as we pray for Pandit Amarjit Shastri. We pray for his children, Abha and Arpan. Both of them are below 5 years old. Thank God they're recovering well, and we pray for them. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityur Mokshiyamamrita Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityur Mokshiyamamrita Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Urvarukamiva Bandhana ॐ स्वस्ति पन्थामनुचरेम सूर्या चन्द्रमासामिव पुनर्जन्मता जानता संगमे मयि स्वाहा। ॐ इन्द्रश्रेष्ठानि द्रविणानि देहि चित्तिं दक्षस्य सुभगत्वम् अस्मे कोशं रयिणाम् अरिष्टिं तनूनां स्वात्मानं वाचः सुदिनत्वम् अनां स्वाहा। We wish all these individuals, all the names we've mentioned, all of us, all our family members, not in the best of health. We wish them a speedy recovery. We wish that not may, but with God's blessings and God's grace and our prayers, may renewed health be with all these family members once more. Om. We continue with the yajna. Atha pullahutiru bhagaravacha bhaga rudayava. Om Agni Swaha Iramanne Idanna. Om Somaya Iram Somaya. Om Prajapate Iram Prajapate. Om Indraya Iram Indraya. Om Bhurangaye Iramatnaye. Om Bhuvarvayave Irampayave. Jaya Swaha Iramajityaya Idanna. Om Bhurbhuvah Swarani Vayavaditevyaha Swaha. Devayavaditevyaha Idanna Mama. Atha Brahma Gayatri Savitri Guru Mantra. हाथ जोड़ करके आंखें मूंद करके अब हम ब्रह्म गायत्री सावित्री गुरु मंत्र उच्चारण करेंगे. Again, all of us wonderful blessed souls joining in today's satsang, clasping our palms and closing our eyes, as together we say Bhargo Devasya Bhargaha, His divine light, may His divine wisdom overtake our intellect, and as a result of overtaking our intellect, may we always make the right choices in life, and as a result of making the right choices, may we live a life, being a life, an inspired life, a life with goodness, benevolence, and an abundance of happiness. Again, all of us joining our sweet voices. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurabhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. He Dayalu Paramatman आप अपनी असीम कृपा से हमारी सदा रक्षा करते हैं। आप ही हमारे जीवन आधार है। अपने सेवकों के दुखों को दूर करके उनको सुख देने वाले हैं। आप सर्वत्र सुप्रतिष्ठित और सुप्रसिद्ध है। आप सर्वोत्तम, शुद्ध, पवित्र और जान स्वरूप है। आपसे ही यह सारा जगत उत्पन्न हुआ है। आप ही सकल शुभ गुणों की खान है। आपका हम प्रतिदिन ज्ञान करें और आप हमें विवेकशीलता, भावनावती मेधा, सद्बुद्धि प्रदान करें। Keeping in tradition with our Dharmacharya Parinramlal ji, chanting the Hindi portion of this mantra. Some of you, thank you, all of you who have reminded us you're not chanting the Hindi portion. Thank you, and we make an effort to chant it week after week. Shrishta Kritanki. If you have made Mohan Bhog, take a little Mohan Bhog in your hand. And as we offer Mohan Bhog at this point, asking God, as the mantra says, for God is the one Prajapati Bhagwan, He is the one who grants success in all righteous wishes, that whatever are our desires this morning, as we pray for our different members for different occasions, we ask God that may all of us, as we chant together, whatever are our desires, may all our desires be fulfilled. Om yadasya karmano kyariricham yadvayunamihakaram agnishta shvishya krividyat sarvam shvishtam sotam karotu me agnaye shvishya kride sohutahute sarva prayaschittahutinam kamanam samardhayate sarvanah kaman samardhaya Swaha 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 Iramadne Shvishnakrite Idanda Mama Ye Samagri Om Swaha Idam Prajapate Idanda Mama Purnahuti Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. All is perfect, all is complete. May the perfection, may the completeness of today's Havana Yajna, once more hosted by the Ara Spiritual Center, may the perfection, may the completeness of this Yajna become a part and parcel of our personality, all of us watching on from various places. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnam Swaha. With outstretched palms towards the Yajna Kund, taking a little touch of ghee in our hands, and we started today's Yajna by touching our various body limbs with the coolness of water, and now we end by touching our various body limbs with the heat of this fire, and asking God for Agni, who He is the protector of this human body, to protect our bodies. He who is the giver of a long life, to give unto us a long and healthy life. He who is the source of brilliance, to let His brilliance always radiate in our faces, all of us in outstretched palms. Om Tanva Agni Asi Tanva Me Pahi. Om Ayuda Agni Asi
आयुर्वेदी ओम वर्चोदा अग्नियसी वर्चो मेदी ओम अग्नि अग्ने तन्वा ऊनम तन्वा ओम मेधा मे देवः सविता दधातु ओम मेधा मे देवी सरस्वती दधातु ओम मेधा मे अश्विनौ देवावान्धतां पुष्करस्य च आप्यायताम् ओम वाक्चामा आप्यायताम् ओम प्राणश्चामा आप्यायताम् ओम चक्षुश्चामा आप्यायताम् ओम श्रोत्रं चामा आप्यायताम् ओम यशोफलं चामा Yajna Geet, Pandit Raviji will lead us in Yajna Geet this morning. If you have your Atma Geet, page 215, please join your sweet voices.
पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए, छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए। वेद की गाये रिछाए सत्य को धारण करे, हर्ष में हो मग्न सारे शोक सागर से तरे। अश्वमेधा धिकर चाये यज्ञ पर उपकार को, धर्म मर्यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को। नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज्ञादि हम करते रहे, रोग पीड़ित विश्व की संताप सब हरते रहे। भावना मिट जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की, कामनाएं पूर्ण हुए यज्ञ से नर नार की। लाभकारी हो हवन हर जीवधारी के लिए, वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए। स्वार्थ भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो, ईदन मम का सार्थक प्रतीक में व्यवहार हो। हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक, हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक, वंदना हम कर रहे। नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपके सब पर रहे, प्रभु आपके सब पर रहे, प्रभु आपके सब पर रहे। ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। हे ईश सब सुखी हो,
कोई न हो दुखारी सब हो निरोग भगवन धन धान्य के भंडारी सब भद्र भाव देखे सन्मार्ग की पथिक हो दुखिया न कोई होवे सृष्टि में प्राणधारी हे ईश सब सुखी हो. O Lord, may all be happy, may all be free from misery, may all realize goodness, and may no one suffer pain. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om.
Thank you very much, Pandit Raviji, for leading us in Yajna this morning. Friends, that has brought us to the end of our Holiday Yajna. Again, at this time, on behalf of the Our Spiritual Center, our entire executive body, our entire spiritual leadership, we want to extend a very warm and welcome to all of you joining us on Facebook Live for our weekly Sunday morning satsang. We're so happy that so many of you are joining us week after week. And thank you again. So we move on with our program. At this time, our president, our very dynamic president, Diana, will say a few words. And Diana?
Sunday morning program. Thank you for joining us. We hope you are staying safe during this trying time. And on behalf of Arya Spiritual Center's Pandits Council, Executive Body, Mahela, our youth group, and our members, we pray for your health and safety. Thank you for joining us for another Sunday morning program. We know many of you are curious as to know when we will be entering back into Mandir. Well, I would like you to know that we are currently in the planning stages of putting together our own phases for our Mandir. We will keep you all posted, and please look out for flyers and posters to come. Thank you once again for joining us this Sunday morning. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Diana. That was very, very well said. We appreciate you coming on and saying a few words to our members. At this time, we will have a agenda as we've been doing week after week. And we're very happy that Diana and others, Deepak and others have been coordinating our children to be involved in this program. For as we all know, they are our future leaders, our future who will carry on this tradition. So at this time, my youngest daughter, Supriya will be singing a bhajan. And if you have your Atma Geet, we're looking at page 206. So do join your sweet voices with her in your respective homes. Over to Supriya Jyoti Singh. Very good. Thank you so much, Supriya, for that very beautiful bhajan. Bharat Kada Sankhya Yoni Yog Kusilsila. That this poet is telling us, friends, you have earned this body, all of us wonderful, good souls. You have earned this body having passed through many lower forms of life, Asankhya Yoniyu. And the sum total of your virtuous deeds has enabled you to deserve this human form, this body, that is comparable to a unique flower. Do not, do not mince this flower with dirt. It will eventually happen, but it has its own time. Not while you're while you're living in the on and mincing it with the unnecessary dirt that comes our way time after time. Thank you again, Supriya, and she was ably accompanied on the harmonium by her sister, her Didi, Sudeepa Singh. Thank you. I thank you, Sudeepa, for coaching your sister for that bhajan. We continue, friends. Two of our other youths, our younger children, two of our other children in the mandir, our son, Kavish and Jival, they'll be doing a bhajan for us. Over to Kavish and Jival.
Thank you very much, Kavish and Jiva, for a very beautiful bhajan, very wonderful bhajan indeed, and making that contribution today. Jiva and Kavish, they're two very, very outstanding children in our mandir, learning music and supporting our Pandits whenever they need musicians for prachar work in our community. At this time, friends, we will commence our pravachan. As we know, week after week, our Pandits have been presenting some wonderful pravachans. Last week we had Pandit Deepak giving us a beautiful pravachan. And so again, today we will continue with that effort. Let's all join a little prayer. Om Agnimire Purohitam Yajasya Devamritvijam Otaram Ratnadhatamam Otaram Ratnadhatamam Sanah Piteva Sunave Agni Supayano Bhava Sachasvanaha Svastaye Sachasvanaha Svastaye. All of us wonderful blessed souls watching on, my fellow Pandits, friends, family from far and near. This morning we have a beautiful mantra from Rig Veda. This mantra I've learned many, many years ago, well over 30 years ago in Beardal Camp in Guyana. And then I rediscovered it in a beautiful translation in Gems from the Rig Veda, that wonderful text, which tells us, it says, Ma Ma Sridhata Somino Dakshata Mahe Klinudvam Raya Tuje Karanir Itchayate Ksheti Pushyati Nadeva Saha Kavatnave Pushyati Nadeva Saha Kavatnave. Beautiful Rig Veda mantra. God has given us this wisdom in the Rig Veda. Mashre Data Somino Dakshata. Here, God is telling us, God is advising all of us, Mashre Data, do not squander, do not waste your energy. It says, old men and women, that Somino Dakshata, Sominahemi Soma, grains. You know, we consume wholesome and nutritious grains. We make an effort to do so, to keep our body healthy. God says, oh, all of us human beings who consume food grains and experience the flow of energy, do not misuse your energy in petty choices. Do not squander this valuable energy in petty choices. Strive to realize great joy in your lives. Make every effort to earn wealth and to share it with others, whatever excess you may have. A person swift in performing his or her task surely overcomes their challenges. That person lives comfortably, contentedly, and prosperously in their respective homes. And remember, it says here, Nadeva Saha Kavatnave. Remember, divinely inspired souls do not support mean actions. Some wonderful thoughts coming out of this mantra here, friends. Maastre Data Somino Dakshata. It says here that God asked us, Sominaha, Soma. Soma, one meaning of the word Soma is energy. And energy derived from consuming whole grains, food grains.
which gives us that flow of energy. God says, do not use that energy, do not squander, do not waste away that energy in petty choices. The presence of energy is very important in many bodily functions, muscular activity and movement. And so, and for that, for so many things we do, we go to work. Many of us are working from home. We take care of our children, our families. We take care of our houses. So many things we do, our yards. We need that energy. And so God says, conserve your energy and do not squander it away. For there are many activities, friends, we use that energy that does not bring any benefit to this body. For example, excessive eating. God says, do not squander your energy. In this lockdown, a lot of people have been having, they've been talking about social distancing. And a lot of people has been telling me, and even in the beginning of the lockdown, I had a little situation too, where people is finding it difficult to practice social distancing from the kitchen or from the refrigerator. It was very difficult for a lot of people. And so it says, avoid excess eating. What else? Excessive drinking, gossiping. Even it says here that yes, excessive sleeping. Our body needs 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night for us to remain healthy and to function fully. And so God says, be careful that those of us who tend to sleep on very late in the day, be careful that avoid doing that, for you will wake up groggy and you're not able to do what you're supposed to do in the normal manner. So that's the first one. Avoid using, do not misuse that energy for things that will not benefit your body. What else it says? Mahe. Use that energy, friends, to realize the word Mahe means great joy, happiness. Use that energy to realize great joy in your life. Week after week in our Havan, and many of us, when we do our Havan in our respective homes in Mandir, there's one line we chant. There's this bhajan, Ravi chanted, sang it this morning for us. But in the bhajan it says, Harsh mein ho magna sare, shok sagar se tare. Harsh mein ho magna sare. Harsh, that maybe always enjoy an abundance of joy and happiness, and especially joy which is everlasting. Harsh mein ho magna sare, shok sagar. Sagar, that ocean, shok, that ocean of unhappiness, that ocean of shok, of distress, that ocean of grieving. It says that how one of the ways we overcome that ocean of grieving is through the process of having happiness. And so joy. So God tells us, use that energy to realize great joy in your lives. Rather than stressing out the body limbs through excessive, useless activity, use your energy to foster goodness, mutual cooperation, harmony, tolerance, and understanding. This will add up to the great joy for yourself and others. And so very, very important, friends, many people are, on social media, on WhatsApp messages, whatever form of social media we use. Yes, they are affected by the lockdown, but apart from that, and there are many disadvantages to the lockdown too, because people have lost their jobs. You're confined. In your homes. And a lot of people I see in my neighborhood, they're taking daily walks. A lot of people riding their bicycles and so many things. But one of the benefits, a lot of people, a number of people, that they have experienced tremendous joy, spending more time with their families, being at home, and doing whatever you can for your family members. That has brought them so much joy. And so God says, Mahe, use that energy to realize great joy. Use that energy to foster goodness as mutual cooperation, harmony, tolerance. and understanding between you and your fellow human beings. What else the mantra says? As it says, the line says, Krinodvam Raya Atuje. Raya, Rai, Rainam. You know, in the Havan, in our Ishwar Stuti Pratna Upasana, we chant that mantra. Prajapate Natpade Natananyo. And it says Rainam at the last line. That may we become masters of earthly and not only earthly or material riches, but may we become masters of heavenly riches. And so God says in this mantra, use your energy and actively earn wealth, acquire wealth. God at no time said that do not acquire wisdom or live as poor people. No, acquire wealth. And while you acquire wealth, use a little of that excess wealth to share it with others, share it with other needs. We have seen during this week and all the time that people who are in need, and those of us who have had a little extra, we donated towards a worthy cause to help others who are in need. And so it says here, do not hoard that wealth, for wealth doesn't stay in one place. That wealth will move around in so many ways, friends. So many ways. You know, I understand despite people are not physically coming to the mandir, but they're still sending their annual donations or whatever required, not required, but whatever donations they can still give to the mandir via checks. They're still sending that donation to the mandir because they know they need to give something for the sustenance of the mandir and other causes. And so far we have the mantra, we have covered three things. For it says, do not use that energy acquired from soma from using wholesome grains in things which is not beneficial. He says, use that. Secondly, use that energy to realize great joy. Thirdly, use that energy and actively earn wealth. Fourthly, whatever God tells us that you and I swiftly should perform our duties, whatever tasks we have, our daily tasks. And yes, in performing our daily tasks, we'll have challenges. You know, in this current times, many of us, our children are not going to the physical public school or whichever school they go to. They're learning from home. And there are many challenges associated with that. But eventually, they have overcome those challenges. Not totally, but they have overcome those challenges. And even coming in the fall, when they will start their new grades, there will still be challenges for what I heard recently from the Chancellor. There will be something called blended learning. There'll be a few days they go to school, and a few days they will stay at home, and they will still do learning remotely. And so perform your task well. That it says here, you know, as good human beings, wise thinking beings, we should not procrastinate. An industrious person, be an industrious person who, on the other hand, is swift in thinking and acting. Fifthly, it says here that, friends, with the wealth we will earn, with whatever wealth we will acquire in life, use that wealth also to live comfortably in your respective homes and prosperously. Invest that wealth to an extent that you live prosperously, and you can also have access to enough food. Some of us in this time of the year, as we get into the summer, many of us are planting those of us who have our little backyards. We've been planting and we are consuming fresh food, and a lot of people have been sharing that food, those fresh produce that they have been reaping. And so the last concept in this mantra, as number 6, it says here, Na devasaha kavatnave. God tells us that we are supposed to be devasaha, devas. We are supposed to be divinely inspired human beings. People who, you know, one great writer, I think, I'm not sure if it's Dr. Deepak Chopra, but I believe it's him, who says we are divine beings in this human body, striving to achieve divinity. And so the mantra says, Na deva saha kavatnave, that divinely inspired souls do not support mean or what we call despicable actions. They don't get caught up in that. They use their energy productively for things that will be beneficial to this world. They use their energy that will help others to grow and rise. It says here, and you know, Deva Saha, in us becoming Deva Saha, in us becoming divine, inspired beings. There are many things we do as we are doing this morning. You know, in our home we perform yajna. Many of us, when we watch this program on Facebook, in our respective homes, I've talked to a few families. They have called and said, Pandit Bharat, while you and Pandit Ravi and Pandit Deepak, you officiate via live Facebook, we also follow along in our home with our respective kunds and family. And so in doing that and many other things, in sharing, in excess of your wealth, in sharing whatever you physical things you may have for the benefits of others, indeed we will become Deva Saha, and we will not accept, we will not tolerate, we will not be part of such things that will bring us down in society. And so friends, continue to be part of such media events, such social media events. Continue to be part of such lectures whenever you can. Continue to encourage your family members to do so. I know a lot of people, they share the link to our Facebook page in which other people from far and near can join us. And so today, as we conclude our little message here, as the mantra says, Om Ma Shredata Somino Dakshaka Mahet Nutvam Raya Tujhe Taranir Itjayati Ksheti Pushyati Nadeva Saha Kavat Nave Nadeva Saha Kavat That all us wonderful good human beings do, as you consume food grains to gain energy, do not misuse that energy in things that will not be beneficial. As we mentioned all those wonderful things, use that energy that will bring joy and happiness to others. Use that energy, Rai, use that energy to acquire wealth, as the mantra says. Use that energy to go against that which is wrong and not acceptable to society. Use that energy to live comfortably and prosperous in your respective homes. And so friends, in us doing that, the cosmic force itself, the sun, the moon, they all have a lesson to teach us. You know, Dharti, Mother Earth, the love on earth is nurtured under the protective shade of the vast blue sky, the Gagan, the Nile Gagan. In the same way, the rising sun, the setting sun enjoy a mutual relationship in this world. One does not exist without each other. And so in this song, many of us know it. It's in your Atmagi. Page 201, you can join your sweet voices. While we sing this song, I dedicate it to all our birthday celebrants and all of us wonderful people looking on. And in your respective homes, do join your sweet voices. Nile gagan ke tale धरती का प्यार पले नीले गगन के तले धरती का प्यार पले ऐसे ही जग में आते हैं शुभ है ऐसे ही शाम ढले नीले गगन के तले
धरती का प्यार फले। शबनम के मोती फूलों के बिखरे दोनों के आस पले। नीले गगन के तले धरती का प्यार पले। बलकाती बेले मस्ती में खेले पैरों से मिल के गले। नीले गगन के तले धरती का प्यार पले। नदिया का पानी दरिया से मिल के सागर की ओर चले। नीले गगन के तले धरती का प्यार पले। ऐसे ही जग में आते हैं सुबह ऐसे ही शाम गले। हे नीले गगन के तले धरती का प्यार पले। ना 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 ना। Thank you all so much for joining your sweet voices. Thank you, Siliko, for accompanying me on the harmonium. Before we go into our Arti and Shanti Path, friends, we have a few announcements. Our son, Rajin, who is my technical engineer today, he will, along with Deepak, will bring up the first one. Do join us, Pandit. Do join with Pandit Deepak every Tuesday afternoon via Zoom for our Dharmic Shikshan classes, and that's from 7 to 8 p.m. If you don't have the link to the Zoom, you can either contact Pandit Deepak or any of one of our Pandits or any executive member in the Samaj. They will share the link with you for this this event, Dharmic Shikshan classes every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Also, every Thursday afternoon, do join Pandit Deepak again from 7 to 8 p.m. He has a satsang, a sandhya, and meditation, as you can see on your screen, which is also done via Zoom. Again, reach out to any one of us, the Pandits or executive members, for that link to Zoom. Also, every Wednesday afternoon, we have our yoga classes. This is done via Skype. Our very own, our president, Bahan Diana, who is a trained yoga teacher. She teaches this class from, as you can see, from 6:15 to 7:15. And there are a number of people who has been joining, so do join. For a matter of fact, this month, in this month of June, I think it's June 16th, is International Yoga Day. And so to celebrate that, you can join this class. Also, we have our camp coming up in the month of July. Do send us an email so that we will, all information is on the screen. We'll also, all our former campers will be emailing you more information, but you can reach out to any executive members, for more information. Also, next Saturday, the RS Spiritual Center, by Naro, Anup, and the RS Spiritual Center, in collaboration with Ramayana in the Park, they'll be distributing hampers from 1 p.m. at the RS Spiritual Center ground. That's on 133rd Street on Liberty Avenue. I believe it's There's over 500 hampers they'll be having there. So please share the word out to many. There are many families in need, and they can go there and receive one of these hampers. From 1 p.m. it will start at our ground on 133rd Street on Liberty Avenue. We have two other announcements. Next Sunday is a very big day for us. The next Sunday we'll be celebrating Father's Day, and so do join in a very special program, 9 a.m. again for Father's Day celebration. That celebration will be led by Pandit Ravi and others. And then the following Sunday, June 26th, we have another special program for all our college graduates, or all our high school graduates, all our children who have graduated, our youths who have graduated from some level of education. We'll be having a special program for those people, dedicated to all our graduates. So do join us. All these flyers you see, it will be up on our Facebook page, so you can get much more information than what I've just mentioned. So friends, again, on behalf of our entire leadership of the Mandir, our technical team, I want to say very special thanks to Rajan today, and also our son Deepak, for getting the slides ready for the special mantras. I thank all of you so much for joining us from far, near, Florida, Canada, India, Guyana. A lot of people from Ghana is joining in the stream. I understand Dr. Satish Prakash also watches us from Guyana, and many other people, and other people who's been watching. So we thank all of you friends for joining. Let's all join our sweet voices as we concluded our Aarti Bhajan and Shanti Path. Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Jai Jagadish Hare, Bhakt Jano ke sankat, Bhakt Jano ke sankat, Shan mein dur kare. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Mata Pita tum mere, Sharan gaun saki, Swami Sharan gaun, tum bina aur nahi आश करो जिसकी, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जो ध्यावे फल पावे, दुख बिन से मन का, स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का। सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति श्रद्धा भक्ति संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे अथ शांति पाठः ओम यः शांति अंतरिक्षं शांति पृथ्वी शांति रापः रोशनयः शांति वनस्पतयः शांति विश्वे देवः शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वं शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेधि ओम शांति 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 प्रेम से बोलो ओंकार भगवान की प्रेम से बोलो मर्याद पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र की प्रेम से बोलो गीताकार योगेश्वर श्री कृष्ण चंद्र की प्रेम से बोलो महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद की प्रेम से बोलो वैदिक सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। Before we say the Bhojan mantra, again, thank you Rajan and others for the technical team. I want to thank my family, my Dharmapatni Shalini and my children, my father-in-law Pandit Sudhakarji, my brother-in-law Anu for assisting me in today's Havana Yajna here in our home. And I can't see all the names of the people on the screen, but I see a few popped up during the RT. But I just, by Jagdish Abilak, originally from Mauritius, at one time was part of our mandir, blessed with 3 wonderful sons. I remember going to his home with other Pandits. He was his one gentleman who had done all the sanskars for all the postnatal plus prenatal sanskar for his 3 children. It's so nice to see you by Jagdish Abilak with your family joining in today's satsang, and all other family members who have joined. Hans Raji from Schenectady and all of you good people. Thank you so much for joining us week after week. Bhojan Mantra, do join us next week, Sunday again at 9 a.m. for a very special Father's Day satsang. And remember, this Saturday, 1 o'clock at the ground, there's a special event giving out hampers to the needy. Please share the word around. All of us. Om Anapate Anasya no Dehi Anamivasya Shushminah Prapradataram Tarisha Urjano Dehi Vipade Chatushpade Om Shanti 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 Om. Namaste all. Thank you. I've just got my prasad. Thank you all so much. Take care. Have continue to enjoy the rest of your weekend, beautiful weekend, and a very wonderful, blessed week ahead. God bless you all. Namaste, everybody.